Assalamualaikum. We are from Group 5 and our topic is the estimated economic value of tropical rainforest in Peninsular Malaysia. The group members are Ajman Nadira, Muhammad Al-Amin, Nur Ashikin, Siti Hajar, Muhammad Syakirin, Nur Suhaila and Abdul Hadi Muhaimin.
Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Siti Hajar binti Mustafa and my metric number is S62969. Today, I would like to present to you Chapter 1, which is the introduction to the ecosystem of the rainforest in Peninsular Malaysia for the subject, which is PPA 3053, Economic Talk of Biodiversity. First is the location of the ecosystem. The ecosystem that we choose is rainforest in Peninsular Malaysia, or to be precise, Taman Negara of Malaysia. Okay, the study site for our group was Peninsular Malaysia's rainforest, which is namely the Taman Negara Rainforest, which is the world's oldest deciduous rainforest. It is actually a part of Peninsular Malaysia's Taman Negara Park, and the nearest city is Kuala Tembeling in Pahang's Jeranto district. It's also an absolute biodiversity hotspot, which is very popular in Malaysia. The rainforest is located in the Taman Negara National Park, which includes the states of Pahang, Kelantan, and Terengganu. As a result, you can access the rainforest via a variety of routes, but most visitors prefer to come by the southern Kuala Tahan entrance. Okay, this Taman Negara National Park is also well known for its diverse range of ecological and topographical attractions. This primarily consists of animal viewing and exceptional walking trails. You may go on canopy walks, forest treks, canoeing, and other activities other activities can be held in Taman Negara National Park. Okay, for Chapter 1, another pinpoint is the uniqueness of the ecosystem of Taman Negara Rainforest. First, natural heritage that has evolved over 130 years, resulting in a flora and fauna that is extremely diverse. To be precise, among all the forest ecosystem in Peninsular Malaysia, it has the most complicated, complex, and incredibly rich and conservative environment, which is very suitable for many flora and fauna. Secondly, its warm equatorial environment as well as the diversity of its topographical, edaphic, and climate traits helps plants and animals thrive in this habitat. Many animals and plants able to adapt in this ecosystem and make the species of flora and fauna much diverse in this ecosystem. Thirdly, Taman Negara Rainforest also have a big potential source of therapeutic plants as well as specific trees with economic value, such as cycads, giant tualang tree that much valuable and can increase Malaysia's economy as it has its own economic value. These are some of the list of therapeutic plants which able to adapt and live in this ecosystem. Next, rain and weather patterns on a global scale are aided by tropical rainforest. As we know, the ecosystem of Taman Negara is rainforest, hutan hujan, which the rain and weather are very suitable for any plants and any animals for their habitat. The water that evaporates from the leaves of the trees returns in the form of rain, which help the ecology of this ecosystem. And finally, the rainforest climate in Peninsular Malaysia was ideal for the cultivation of endemic or even rare plants and animals. As we know, endemic flora and fauna are extremely rare to be found as it has its own specific habitat. So, the rainforest is some of the biodiversity hotspot which suitable for them. Because of the biological diversity in this study site, the amount of sunshine, temperature, and geographic structure are all complex, and there is evolution of flora and fauna. Because of the suitability of the habitats, the flora and fauna can evolve into a new species which can sustain or even have high resistance for any problems of environmental problems, of any environmental problems. I think that's all from me. I'll pass my presentation for the next presenter. Thank you.
Chapter 2: Contribution of the ecosystem to the economy, social and environment.
Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Al-Amin bin Rosli and my metric number is S62099. So today I would like to present about human utilization on biodiversity resources. So as you can see in the slide, the first one is we can see that forest or rainforest can be a food consumption for human. It is because human also use forestry resources to be used as a food, so that they can make it a source of income, such as white mushroom. So in the slide you can see this is a oyster mushroom. So uh, the second one is human use forest biodiversity resources as raw materials. So actually human can get a source raw material from tropical rainforest, such as kayu jati, cengal, meranti, and so on. So this is for the production of industrial materials for industrial use. So we can see that these raw materials for the kayu jati especially, it can be seen in the uh, industries such as furniture. So this is to be able to export to foreign country in order to generate economic income, while providing many employment opportunities for the people in the furniture industry. So in addition, it is to generate the national economy. So the third one is as a medicine. So actually, human also take the tropical rainforest resources, such as herbs, to be used as medicines, and then they sold to the foreign market for saving others' human life. So the fourth one is we can see that tropical forest is as an ecotourism area. So actually, um, uh, people people make rainforest as a platform to generate a source of income for the country economy. So when they make rainforest as an ecotourism area, it will the Malaysia will be a country that have natural sources income. It is because uh, Malaysia is a country that rich in natural resources, and there are a variety of interesting life, and at the same time it can attract tourists to stop in Malaysia. So last but not least is um rainforest is not just a shelter for animals, but it also a shelter for human being. It is because we can see that tropical tropical rainforest actually it is very important to prevent the landslide because their roots can withstand the erosion of the earth's surface in the forest with the grip of plant have roots. So, forests have provided human with services in dealing with problems such as resources problem for new industrial exploration and natural problems. Um, that's all for me. Thank you.
The contribution of the ecosystem to human well-being and quality of life. First, tropical forests supply the resource needed by floral and fauna throughout the year, such as shelter, food, and breeding grounds for the survival of the species. Then, they supply source of raw materials for industrial and residential development, as example, timber for the production of industrial materials such as furniture. Next is provide many employment opportunities for the people in the furniture industries while generating the national economy. Continuing the recent slide, rainforests serve to reduce global warming and protect ultraviolet radiation from contact with human and animal skins. Then it serves as a venue to the ecotourism industry by gazetting forest reserve as an effort to conserve forests. Next is supply medical herbs that are useful to human in overcoming various diseases and play an important role in producing medicine. Last but not least, it serves as a place of research. Various studies and research can be conducted to obtain new input that can be used in human life. How the ecosystem affect the environment. First, they reduce air pollution and global warming by controlling the circulation of oxygen and carbon dioxide gas. Next, it helps to maintain the water cycle by adding water to the atmosphere through the process of transpiration, which creates cloud. Rainforests provide 4 different settings to support its diverse biomass. First, the forest floor, which usually characterized by thick buttress roots covered in nutrient-rich leaf litter. Then the understory, that including all the space below the high-up branches. The canopy, where birds, forage, and epiphytes like orchids grow attached to trees, and the emergent layer, where only the tallest tree reach for sunlight above the canopy. Lastly, it prevents soil erosion. The roots of the tree bind the soil together, while the canopy protects the soil from heavy rains. When a tree dies, the nutrients contained in it are recycled and the surrounding tree gets adequate nutrients and it becomes stronger and prevent its trunk from falling off.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Ajman Nadira binti Azmi. My metric number is S62796. Okay. Today I'm going to present about Chapter 3, Biodiversity Richness at Tropical Rainforest. First, we are going to see at the fauna. It stated tropical rainforest hosts 200 species of mammals, include Asian elephant, Elephas maximus, Malayan tiger, Panthera tigris jacksoni, Malayan gaur, Bos gauris habeki, Malayan tapir, Tapirus indicus, and Malayan sun bear. Okay, other than mammal, we have 270 species of reptile. The example are blunt-head slug snake, Aplopeltura boa, marble slender-toed gecko, Cryptodactylus quadrivigatus, rainbow tree snake, Gonippus margaritus. Lastly, East Indian brown babuya, Ethropis multifaceta. Okay, next we move to 56 species of amphibians. The example are Bongua tree frogs, Polypedix macrotis, Minera Frog, Caluela minuta, and lastly the Pusrotrop, Rana hosi. Okay, in tropical rainforest we also have 109 species of freshwater fish. Okay, this is include Malayan Maser, or commonly known as ikan kelah. This one is Tortamroides. Second, we have jungle perch, Hampala macrolepidota, and lastly sultan fish, Leptobarbus hoveni. Okay, now we move to the bird species. Okay, at National Park we can found 479 species of bird. It includes 250 resident species, and the rest are migrant species. Okay, the example of species of bird that we can found is hill Prinia artrobularis, buff-necked woodpecker, Megaleptus tuki, white crowned hornbill, Aceroscomatus, and lastly white-throated kingfisher, Helicon marinensis. Also, at the National Park in Pahang, we have 15,000 of insects, more than 80 species of bats, and more than 30 species of rodent, and we also have 67 species of snake at the National Park. Okay, now we move to flora. Stated that the National Park hosts more than 3,000 species of plant. Okay, the species of plant include 246 species of fern flora in 26 family. Okay, I have for example, first we have peacock fern, Selaginella wildenovi, bird nest fern, Asplenium nidus, Tecteria fluore, and lastly Grammitis peninularis. Okay, at National Park also we have 46 species of fruit tree. Okay, this is include white durian, Duro species, and Genetum globosum. It stated that 30% of plant in National Park is species of palm. Okay, the example here is tahan cerdang, Lavistona tahanensis. Second, Pinanga polymorpha, and lastly pokok langkap, Arenga obtusifolia. Okay, so here is some example of species inside the National Park. First, we have pitcher plant. Okay, for the pitcher plant, we have example Nepenthes gracillima and Nepenthes marfarilani. And we also can find ginger inside the National Park. The species for ginger we can find Ethylingera littoralis and Zibengras spectabile. Okay, and so we can also find rare species inside the national park such as jewel orchid, Ludicea discolor, and lastly we can also find parasitic Balanophora fungosa. Okay, that's all. Thank you.
Chapter 4, the estimated economic value of biodiversity at the ecosystem. First, we go through to the timber species. Timber products or timber species means logs, wood sticks, sawdust, wood waste, and similar products obtained wholly from the processing of timber. Timber products means sawn plants. So first product for timber is cengal tree. So cengal tree is a kind of hardwood tree which is popular, and natural distribution area is limited to Peninsular Malaysia, Singapore and southern Thailand. So cengal tree can be found in the ground forest and deep terracate mixture of tropical lowlands especially in undulating soil swamps and sometimes in dry areas in swamp forests. So cengal, a wood is durable and hardwood has a density between 950 to 980 kilograms per cubic meter, which is typical used in heavy construction works, especially the construction of boat, make pools and bridge without needs to be preserved, as it is resistant to termite attack. In Malaysia, cengal trees grows in forest areas lowland, having an elevation of less than 100 meters, especially in that area have good water drainage. The habitat cengal tree live well in that area, receiving more than 2,000 millimeters of rain a year and no long drought. So the largest and oldest cengal tree in Malaysia has been found in Pasir Raja Forest Reserve, Terengganu. The cengal tree is 65 meters high, with its circumference is 60.70 meters. The age of this oldest tree is estimated at 1,300 years, which is based on method of calculating trees in the trophic according to growing at a rate of 0.4 centimeters per year. This cengal has also received recognition from the Malaysian Book of Records as the largest tree in Peninsular Malaysia, and documented in the 3rd edition of 2001. Next species is meranti kepung. This is a timber product. The meranti kepung tree is an indigenous rainforest tree that are amongst the 4,100 trees added to the Taman Tugu site, selected in collaboration with Forest Research Institute of Malaysia, FRIM, and Malaysian Nature Society, MNS. Physical features for meranti kepung is an upper canopy tree which can grow up to 49 meter tall and diameter of 138 centimeter. The leaves are alternate, simple, peniveinate, very narrow and elongate. The petiole and lower surface are scaly, feeling like sandpaper. The flowers produce white, yellow and placed in panises, and the fruits are reddish with the long wings, which are wine dispersed. For this usage, the timber is a source of the light red meranti. The wood is used for several purposes, including the interior and exterior paneling and joinery like carpentry, boards and craters and banner. So the meranti kepung, we make the wood like 2x2, 2 and 2x1, like in the picture example, the wooden. The tree is also harvested for its high quality resin. The damar hard resin obtained from the is used for candle making, soap manufacture and for illumination. The bark is used in local house, for walls and floor, and for temporary shelter. And these habitats, these trees are usually found on hillside, and rich, rarely alluvial and undisturbed mixed depth terracap forest and elevation of up to 700 meters. When found in secondary forest, it is usually present as a pre-disturbance remnant tree. These trees are native to Malaysia and Indonesia. So the tree have in Malaysia and in Peninsular Malaysia. So the last species for timber product is merbau. Native distribution is at India, Thailand, Sumatra, Malaysia, Singapore and Borneo. So it has in Malaysia, native habitat is terrestrial, primary rainforest like Peninsular Malaysia, secondary rainforest, coastal forest, and preferred climate zone is tropical, subtropical or monsoon. So local conservation status native to Singapore and critical endangered CR. So growth form, it is a tree up to 50 meters tall with pinkish grey but that is shallowly marked with small thin roundish scaling piece, and their roots, it is buttresses when present can be up to 4 meter tall, and leaves, it is alternate stalk pinnate leaf, usually have 4 pairs of opposite leaflets. Its leaflets have thickly leathery blades that are usually egg-shaped or oval and 3 until 90 by 3 until 11 centimeter. So the flowering shoot is up to 10 centimeters long with pale yellowish flowers, and fruits is smooth fruits, brown or black when ripe. But for this product, we focus on their timber products. So timber product is we take the wood for make the wood product such as for make chairs and other perabot. So used in ethnobotanical, first edible and for food, and we more focus on timber and product for this merbau because in this slide we will show to you how to estimate value of timber products. So the wood is the main source of the commercial timber known as merbau.
I'm Abdul Hadi Mahaimin, matric number 61476. So today we talk about the calculation for the estimated economic value. So the formula is net benefit equal to quantity multiplied by price minus cost minus profit margin. And the quantity for pokok cengat is 70 ton. The price is 5,040 and the cost is 600. So now we need to find profit margin. So the profit ratio is 0.881 and profit margin price that is 5,040 multiplied by profit ratio that is 0.881 and divided by 1 plus profit ratio that is 0.889, and then profit margin we get 2,350.455, and then the net benefit for pokok cengat is 770 multiplied by 5,040 minus 600 minus 2,350.8558, and the net benefit for pokok cengak is RM 146,244 per hektar. Next is pokok meranti. So the quantity for pokok meranti is 90 ton. The price is 2,230 ton. The cost is 250 ton. And the profit ratio for pokok meranti is 0.88. And the profit margin for pokok meranti price that is 2,230 multiplied by 0.88 divided by 1 plus 0.88. So we get profit margin that is 1,043.83. Next is net benefit. So quantity that is 90 multiplied by price that is 2,230 minus by cost that is 250 minus profit margin that is 1,043.83. So the net benefit for pokok meranti that is RM 48,255.3 per hectare. Next is pokok merbau. So the quantity for pokok merbau is 75 ton. The price is 3,100 per ton. The cost is RM 400 per ton. So profit ratio is 0.87 and we need to find profit margin. So the price 3,100 multiplied by profit ratio that is 0.87 divided by 1 plus 0.87, and then the profit margin we get 1,655.75. Next is we need to find net benefit. So quantity that is 75 ton divided by 3,100 minus 400 minus 1,657.75. So the net benefit for pokok merbau is RM 78,165.75 per hectare.
Next, we go through to the non-timber species or non-timber forest product. That's called NTFPS. So non-timber forest product include medicinal and ornamental plants, honey and food products. So non-timber forest product are useful foods, substance, materials and or commodities obtained from forests other than timber. So harvest range from wild collection to farming. So non-timber forest product more to we use for foods different with timber product. So first species is Apis dorsata. So Apis dorsata make honey. Apis dorsata is the giant honeybee. Is a honeybee of South and Southern Asia. Found mainly in forest area. Nests are mainly built in exposed place far off the ground, like on tree limbs, under cliff overhangs, and sometimes on buildings. These social beasts are known for their aggressive defense strategies and vicious behavior when disturbed. Though not domesticating in it, indigenous people have traditionally used this species as a source of honey and beeswax. So a practice known as honey hunting. Apis dorsata or lebah tualang is a major pollinator in the rainforest of Peninsular Malaysia. So lebah tualang usually make their nest in pokok tualang So we call this lebah tualang. So lebah tualang is also the giant honeybee, and the honey from lebah tualang is very known as honey hunting because it is difficult to get. So the second species is kacik Fatimah. Kacik Fatimah is one of the most ingredients popular and ponten used in preparation of traditional herbs or jamun for postpartum body care. Kacik Fatimah traditionally used to maintain healthy female reproductive system as well as for help tighten the peranakan part. So as well to improve sexual function, and kacik Fatimah rich in phytoestrogens and isoflavones, where the substance can relieve symptom menopause. So in Malaysia, kacik Fatimah is also known as lusuh Fatimah, literally as Fatimah. So maternity medicines and kacik Fatimah battle scissors. So kacik Fatimah root was also found to contain benzoquinone and resorcinol. So kacik Fatimah, for the scientific name for kacik Fatimah is Labicia pumila. So kacik Fatimah is non-timber product because we can use their leaf for make food or medicines, and their roots and their fruits. So next species is durian. Okay, so the scientific name of durian is Duriozibetinus. So durian is a large evergreen tree with a conical crown that can eventually reach a height of 25 until 40 meters, though generally only growing up to 12 meters in cultivation. The bole can be 50 until 130 centimeters in diameters, forming buttresses. This is one of the most prized fruit of the tropics, being commonly cultivated and also gathered from the wild in southern Asia. And the tree is also used locally as a source of other foods, as a medicine and a source of food. We focus to take from fruit products to make medicine and a source of other foods like tempoyak, and other tempoyak we use the fruits such as to commercial cosmetic preparation as a skin conditioner. So an extract of the fruit we use as an ingredient in commercial cosmetics preparation. So we focus in the fruit products, not the stem of product. So we focus on fruits product because other than fruit products, durian can make source of wood, but we focus to fruits only, because if we use for source of wood, it can be a timber product. So take note and please listen and understand carefully about this, because if we use the durian as a source of wood, it will be a timber product. But for non-timber product, we use this fruit.
So next is the honey from lebah tualang. So the quantity of honey is 600 kilogram. The price is RM 104 per kilogram, and the cost is RM 50 per kilogram. Then the profit ratio for lebah tualang is 0.52. Next, the profit margin price that is 104 multiplied by profit ratio that is 0.52 divided by 1 plus 0.52. So the profit margin for lebah tualang is 35.58. And then we need to find net benefit. The quantity of lebah tualang that is 600 multiplied by 104 minus 50 minus 35.58. So the net benefit for lebah tualang, the honey from lebah tualang is RM 900 9,852 per hectare. So next species is Kacik Fatimah. So Kacik Fatimah we divide to three segments, that is fruit, leaf and roots. So the first one is fruit. So the quantity of fruit for Kacik Fatimah is 100 kilogram, and the price is 35.9 kilogram. The cost is RM 15 kilogram. And the profit ratio for Kacik Fatimah is 0.57. And for to find profit margin, the price is 34.9 multiplied by 0.557 divided by 1 plus 0.57. And the profit margin we got is 12.68. And then we need to find net benefit for Kacik Fatimah. So the quantity is 100 multiplied by 34.9 minus 15 minus 12.68. And then the net benefit for Kacik Fatimah is RM 722.00 per hectare. So next is the leaf. The quantity for leaf of Kacik Fatimah is 50 kilogram. The price is 160, and the cost is RM 60 per kg. And the profit ratio for Kacik Fatimah is 0.625. And then we need to find profit margin. That is price that is 160 multiplied by 0.625 and divided by 1 plus 0.625. And the profit margin we get is 61.54. And then we need to find net benefit. The quantity of leaf from Kacik Fatimah is 50 kilogram multiplied by 160 minus 60 minus 61.54. And then the net benefit for leaf of Kacik Fatimah is RM 1,923 per hectare. And then is the root for Kacik Fatimah. The quantity of root of Kacik Fatimah is 50 kilogram of root, and the price is RM 60 per kg. The cost is RM 30 per kg. And then the profit ratio is 0.5. Next is profit margin. The price that is 60 multiplied by profit ratio that is 0.5 divided by 1 plus 0.5. And then we got 20 for the profit margin. And then we need to find net benefit for roots of Kacik Fatimah. The quantity is 50 kg multiplied by price, that is 60 minus cost 30 and minus profit margin, that is 20. And the net benefit for roots of Kacik Fatimah is RM 500 per hectare. So total net benefit for Kacik Fatimah is net benefit for fruit, that is 722, plus net benefit of leaf, that is 1923, plus net benefit of roots, that is 500, and total net benefit is RM 3145.00 per hectare. The last one is durian from pokok durian, and the quantity of durian is 19,200. The price is RM 18 per kilo. The cost is RM 15 per kilo. And the profit ratio for pokok durian is 0.17, and then the profit margin 18 multiplied by 0.17 divided by 1 plus 0.17, and then profit margin we got 2.61, and then net benefit the quantity, that is 19,200 multiplied by 18 minus 15 minus 2.61, and then net benefit we got RM 50,112 per hectare.
Now, I continue our presentation for grouping. For the conclusion, to summarize, the rainforest is a distinct environment located exclusively around the equator, with its own unique features such as a variety of plant and fauna that are only found in the local habitat. As a result, the majority of the species that live in this area have a good ability to absorb water, and one of the unique characteristics of this plant is that it has huge roots and canopy leaf that protect the soil from erosion. Next, for total economic value, or we call it this take a huge effect on this ecosystem. It is cost-benefit analysis concept that refer to the value individual gain from a natural resource, a man-made heritage resource, or an infrastructure system when compared to not having it. It is aggregation of the primary function-based value produced by a given ecosystem in environmental economy. So, it will put a value on rainforest and give the importance to other sector. Because tropical rainforests are one of the most important environment for biodiversity preservation, they can be used for a variety of purposes, including providing food for human and locating other natural resources such as water and river. It's located in the equatorial zone. Lastly, there are also a variety of non-timber and timber forest resources available, such as merbau, meranti, and resak tree. And example for non-timber product include honey, durian, Kacik Fatimah. As a result, a total economic value or TEV can be determined based on the current species in this area. And lastly, I will conclude about TEV or total economic value. For our example, for rainforest, it has 3 species for timber and 3 species for non-timber. For timber, it has pokok cengal, pokok meranti, and pokok merbau. And non-timber is lebah tualang, Kacik Fatimah, and pokok durian. And the total economic value for this habitat is estimation for RM 37,047 ringgit Malaysia. That's all for me. Thank you.
That's all from our group. Thank you.